Hi guys. I look really terrible right now, but it's just been rough. It's just been rough. So, I knew this was coming, but I didn't know like how soon. Will it be in the next month? Will it be in the next year? Will it be in the next 5, 10 years? Whatever. So I just knew that like one day I'd be put on to the big guns and whatnot. Didn't know how long or like when, and I was hoping that I'd get away with it for another year or not, but anyways, so today I saw my doctor, and so we were like, yeah, the prednisone was helping, which I'm glad for, but it seems like at the beginning of the month when I had my big flare, I my body was like, no, the Lialda is not gonna work anymore. And we had the conversation, I think in June when he put me on it, that the Lialda isn't something he'd like me to be on. That it was a 50-50 chance, um, a 50-50 chance that it would work or it would not. It depends on the person. But it was like the only thing besides biologics that he could put me on, because we just want to be on the safe side, and that if I reacted to azathioprine, um that I'm probably going to react to the other of the same class. And so basically, when you're ranking the treatments for Crohn's, you have your azathioprine in the middle, and then you have the Lialda type. I think that's the 5 something, but it's like the Tylenol of Crohn's. Um, so azathioprine's the one that you're supposed, like, many people are on. It works. Not for me, because it only lasted like 2 weeks, but yeah, so we went from middle to bottom, and he was like, so for the next step, because we went through the azathioprine and it didn't work, went down to Lialda, and it now seems like it's not working. The only way to progress is to put me on the biologics. So he went over the side effects and like what could happen, and I'm fine with those. It's that what's getting to me is that like I have a fear of needles, and I physically don't have the mentality that I could stick myself every 2 weeks. He said like every 2 weeks I'd have to have a new dose of Humira. So every 2 weeks I could not, for the rest of my life, if I'm on the Humira or the Remicade, that I could stick myself every friggin' 2 weeks. And yeah, I just don't have the mentality. And then he was like, and then he also said Remicade, and I was like, I can deal with the blood draw. I could deal with an IV. Like, yeah, it's gonna take time out of my life, and it's gonna, like, I have to schedule around it, but I can still manage with that. And if it works, then I'm fine with that. And he said that Humira and Remicade are basically the same, they work the same, blah blah blah. It's how they're administered. And so I was like, yeah, I'd rather take the Remicade and have it every 8 weeks when I'm finally introduced to it, every 8 weeks, so every 2 months, rather than have it every 2 weeks. And so I went home and blah blah blah, and I was working on my homework, and then a couple of friends, they were drinking some depresso. We always have that one person who's drinking the depresso, and it's either me or another girl. And then I just realized that, oh, I'm actually going on biologics, and it's like the big guns. So I started off as really mild, and I guess now I'm considered a moderate Crohn's patient. That's what, because if you're on prednisone and you're on Humira or Remicade, you're basically a moderate Crohn's patient. And so, I just started thinking, oh, I'm not getting, over the past year, I've only been getting worse. Yeah, I know that for some people, they go, like, downhill really fast. And, or not really fast, but, like, they go downhill, and it seems like there's no uphill, but I know that it's gonna happen soon, but I bottle up my stress a lot, and so it just hit me today that, oh, stress is from IB and stress is from IBD. Just been getting to me, and that I just have to keep telling myself I'm gonna get better, that it's just, there's only one way to go, and it's up. But yeah, you shouldn't, just because something seems like it's really hard to understand, and it seems like there's no light on the end of the tunnel. There is, and I'm okay. I will be okay, and once I'm on the Remicade, hopefully I won't be in pain. It will help me, and I've heard so many stories that it's actually changed your life and whatnot. So yeah.